Hello and welcome to August 2025's edition of What the Heck is Going On in the Denver Housing Market. My name is Torrey Drake. I'm a local Denver real estate agent. Every single month I do a market update simplifying exactly what is going on. So if you're thinking of buying or selling, you have real, actionable, accurate, timely information, especially in a market, which is super weird right now. By the way, I'm in the top 3% of Denver real estate agents. Oh my gosh, who cares? I'm only saying that to express that I have my finger on the pulse of what is going on, because I'm in this industry every single day. And of course, if you would like to buy or sell a home, I'd love to chat. My contact information is below. So this is what we're looking at. So the median price, this is the big one. Everyone wants to know, housing prices, are they up or down? They're down 3.25% from June of this year, from a month apart, down 3.25%. Now, despite what the headlines have been saying, our housing prices in Denver have been very steady. A little bit up, a little bit down, but pretty much flat this year. This is the first time we've seen real depreciation this year. And the reason for that is we just have so much more inventory on the market. You've probably heard of that. For here in Denver, we have about 40 to 50% more homes on the market than this same time last year. Now, supply and demand is simple. When there's 50% more supply, that's going to put downward pressure on pricing, especially when demand is flat, if not down a little bit. Despite, once again, what the headlines are saying, our demand, we actually have a lot of buyers shopping. Our pending sales, which is buyers writing offers, down less than 0.5%. The reason it just feels like there's no buyers is because we have so many homes on the market for them to choose from. And that reflects in how long it takes to sell a home. Right now it says 24 days is the median, which is like a 30% increase from last month. But anyone paying attention to the market knows it's likely taking longer than that, 30, 60 days. If you have a condo, 90, 100 plus days to sell for sure. The reason it's as low as 24 is because we have a lot of homes that still sell in less than 24 hours or in 1 to 2 days. And those anomalies are dragging the median down. When most homes are taking 30 to 50, 60 days to sell, 90 plus if it's a condo. There's nuance to all of this. But overall, what I'm expecting to see the rest of the year, brace yourself, is 5 to 10% depreciation. That's a lot, but keep in mind we saw 3.25% in July. And July is the first month that we start to slow down, let alone the rest of the 5 to 6 months ahead of us have been we're going to slow down even more. And sellers selling in the winter tend to be extra motivated and usually need to sell because people don't usually like to sell during Christmas. So a lot of sellers will be more aggressive on reducing their price to pull in buyers. So I think the rest of the year, 5 to 10% depreciation is pretty healthy expectation. And we're going to see less and less sellers listing their home for sure. Usually in July, we see an increase of sellers putting their homes on the market. It's like the last month to put their home up for sale before school starts up. All that type of good stuff. Usually we see an increase. This year we saw a 10% decrease. So that is, I think that reflects sellers being like, oh my gosh, I don't think I want to sell my home this year. It's so slow. All the headlines, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to have less and less sellers putting their homes on the market unless a seller really, really wants to or really, really needs to sell and thus might be more motivated to lower their price or negotiate on price, causing more depreciation, which goes back to my statement of 5 to 10% by the end of the year here in Denver specifically. So if you're looking to buy a property, sounds cliche, but not a bad time because you have a lot of negotiating power. If you are a seller, it is not an absolutely bad time to sell. Actually, if we're going to be seeing more depreciation the rest of the year, if you need to sell in the next 6 months, let me word it this way. If I was selling my house and I had to sell in 6 months and I'm looking at today or 6 months from now, I'm selling it today. Because we're going to see more depreciation. The home is probably going to be worth less in 6 months' time than it would be today. Do we know for sure? No, but that's just what I would do if it were my home. If I could hold on to my home, if it was like today, 6 months, or like a few years, probably I'd hold on to it for a few years. Guys, if you want, I know this wasn't super concrete because our market is really nuanced right now. It used to just be it's a seller's market. How quickly you're going to sell? 1 day or 2 days, 1 weekend or 2 weekends. Now, some neighborhoods super hot, some neighborhoods super not. Some homes sell quickly, some don't. So I'm trying to give as much of a broad idea as I can, but if you want something more specific for your neighborhood, if you're a seller or the type of home you're looking for, if you're a buyer, my contact information is below. I'd love to share with you the strategies I'm using with my sellers right now to make sure their homes stand out in this marketplace. And if you're a buyer, I'll share with you the strategies I'm using to get great deals. But don't worry, if my selling clients I don't let that happen to them. If you have any questions, well, I'll do my best and I'll let it happen. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. My contact information is below. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.